Hello, everybody, and welcome to Spiritual Successor, a video games design podcast inspired by Polygon's Cool Games, Inc. Blake, are you trying to...
Does this take you back? Does this take you back to Shrek 2?
Yeah, why am I being taken back to Shrek 2?
I have been spending the last 15 minutes while AJ was prepping the audio, trying to figure out what the name of that Counting Crows song was at the beginning of Shrek 2, in my opinion, the best Shrek movie.
Well, don't sell it short. You tell me all the time that you think it's the greatest movie of all time.
I know that Scott Pilgrim vs. the World is the greatest movie of all time.
All right, a bold claim, but a claim I will stand by.
But hello, everybody. We are Spiritual Successor. AJ did the intro already. We are a game design podcast where we pitch each other fun ideas from the internet, from either submissions on Twitter or the Cool Games Inc. Reddit. So, AJ, you want to jump into it? Actually, I want to pitch you an idea because normally you pitch the first ideas.
Wait, before we get into this, I just want to say really quick, Blake, we are now post E3, and I know that every single other video games podcast in the world has talked about it. Mm-hmm. But I just need to get one thing off my chest that makes me so mad about this E3.
Okay, what happened?
So Gears of War came out, and they showed off their new video game, cool game. And in it, there's a new feature called Escape, I think it's called.
Okay.
And they're like, check it out, it's the Gears of War you know and love, now with 3-player action. What the fuck?
I don't understand why you're angry.
I'm mad because, like... Okay, Destiny was like, oh, how's it going, everybody? We're Destiny. We're going to be the new biggest game in the world. We're going to do 3 players now. And then, like, Battletoads comes out, and Battletoads 3 players. And I just don't understand, like, we used to have 4-player co-op. Back in my old day. Now I have to sound like some stupid old grandpa being like, I used to be able to play with 3 friends.
No. See, here's the thing. They've gotten elitist because, you know, when you think about it, I actually preferred playing 3-player over 4-player. You know why?
Why?
You know why? Because when you're first player, you get the whole top screen to yourself. I'm talking about Halo 3 days when you played with 2 other people. They had to have those small-ass monitors.
But you could play with 3 friends.
Well, you know what? Maybe not all of us had a lot of friends, okay?
So now I have to... Here's the biggest fear. I'm the one getting cut out, Blake. Everybody around me is buddying up with themselves. And I'm like, oh, man, I wish I could play video games. Nope.
Well, I mean, oh, yeah, you do live in a house where 4 people. So, yeah, you're the one getting cut out.
Yeah. Gamers rise up. We need 4 players in our games again. I'm not asking that much. I just want 4 people to play together.
Did they state why they were doing that at all?
And then Doom comes around, and Doom's like, check it out.
Fucking cool. Oh, dude, I am so pumped for Doom.
Doom's doing the same thing with 3 players. That's
weird, but who gives a shit? You're playing it for the single player. I don't give a shit about multiplayer. Actually, it's going to be very fun. But dude, he has cut-off sleeves now. It's the coolest thing.
Doom guy has cut-off sleeves?
Have you seen his new armor?
No, I have not.
They got rid of the bicep section to where it's just like a t-shirt sleeve. And he has gauntlets now. They got rid of the bicep armor.
I just imagined at first that he just had like a denim jacket that was torn with torn sleeves.
No, that's one of the skins on the multiplayer. No, but like there's been this big discussion on the internet whether he's now less protected because he has some of his skin revealed. And apparently the armor actually doesn't protect him all that much. He just has a aura around him that's basically invisible armor. It's you know that energy stuff you collected in the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically he has an aura of that works as armor.
God, Doom, they'll just say whatever the hell they want about the Doomslayer guy,
Bethesda, huh? People will listen.
That's true. Bethesda can say whatever they want and people will go, yeah!
All right, so I kind of want to get into pitches.
All right, let's talk about video game pitches now.
All right,
that I'll get off my soapbox. It just makes me so mad, Blake. I miss playing with friends.
Well, I mean... I can't really remember the last time I played a 4-player game with friends.
That's
other
because
than Mario
they're not
Party.
Existent anymore.
I mean, like, Nintendo's got your back.
Thank you, Nintendo.
All right, so my first pitch comes from the Reddit. It's Pankurzcak. Pankurzcak. I think I butchered how to spell that. But a realistic platformer, you can only jump about a foot.
Okay.
So it's just... I'm picturing it's like, you know, like there's that one game that came out, or that's coming out recently. There's an extreme version of it. It's The Floor is Lava. Now imagine if it's The Floor is Lava, but it's realistic jumping mechanics. So you have to get from one end of your house to not die.
Is this like a VR game?
Ooh, that would be fun because that would instigate. Yeah, you can't jump. This would be a really cool VR game.
I guess it'd be an AR game. That way you can strap the phone to your face and then jump around your house.
Oh, what if it did like the we talked about it in the last episode of like now the that 3D projection technology is getting better with like the Minecraft thing where it's the
Minecraft.
Imagine that, but it projects like obstacles around your house that you have to jump over. So you
that'd be fun.
So you have to duct tape, like the phone to your face, right?
Yeah, you have to duct tape the phone to your face. That way you can actually pick up pillows and stuff around your house, throw them around the kitchen, and jump around.
Oh, so you actually have to like put things. It like can tell what the floor is.
Yes.
And you have to put. Oh, that'd be kind of cool because I'm picturing you can actually like if you got a skateboard or something, you can make a boat. So like imagine you get the playground at your school, right? And everybody has like their own set of VR goggles. You can work as a team to have to like make your way across the playground.
Yeah. I would bring friends over all the time to come and play The Floor is Lava at my own house, and we'd all have skateboards and bicycles.
In the house?
Yes. I couldn't tell my mom about it, of course. But everybody else would be able to come over. We'd have to do it very quietly. Because seriously, Doug, if my mom finds out that you brought the bicycle in my house, I'm going to get grounded.
AJ, I got a way to make this cooler. So
how could it be cooler than Floor's Lava?
One person can actually maneuver around the lava and is the enemy of the game. So it's like tag, but VR. No, but like if you can inhibit them in some way to where they don't move as fast as everybody else.
Yeah, you pants them.
Nerd wants to be the main villain in our Floor's Lava game.
You beat him with the couch. You grab the couch cushion and you hit him with it, then he's fall down, and then you can get to where you need to go.
No, I think that'd be so. Oh man, that's fun. All right.
I got a video game submission for you.
Tell me about it, good sir.
Brooke Wilson submits to us on Twitter at @GuilelessArgon. A fantasy game where 4 players are in VR with a 5th player setting up challenges for them with a mouse and keyboard. These could be puzzles, dungeons, sword fights, horse races, etc. This is the kind of progressive shit I want to see on this podcast, by the way. Not 4 players, 5, Blake. Ooh. 5 people.
Okay. Actually,
eat my ass, E3.
Okay. Have you ever? I can't remember the name of the game, so please forgive me. But there's this VR game that you can play, where one person operates a controller while the other one wears a VR headset. Mm-hmm. And what it is you are a small person, like this miniature person that there's thousands of copies of you, and you have to weave through the crowd without being noticed by the big person, by the person wearing the VR.
Oh, is that Spy Party?
Not Spy Party. I think I wish I knew the name of it, but basically, if we do a game where it's like 4 people have controllers, and they're split screening, and they have to like maneuver their way through this obstacle course while the VR person plays God and is like, I want to activate this puzzle above them. I want to activate this and that. And
I don't think it's split screen because I love the idea of like 4 people in their own VR spaces, and therefore VR spaces are being manipulated by one God player somewhere else in the world.
Oh my God. Okay. What's the point of the game? What is because we could say they get from one side to the other, but like what is
it's an escape room game.
Ooh, okay.
And so, like, whoever the god is, they can set up, like, their own challenges and stuff, and then the 4 players will be put into an escape room together. Mm-hmm. And they'll all have, like, their own quadrant that will be divided up between the 4 players, so each one of them knows that they're in one of those corners.
Oh, so, like, the person that is controlling the escape room is in, like, the control room with all the different monitors and stuff, and they can, like, activate. It's like a Cabin in the Woods or whatever.
It's like a Cabin in the Woods. There's somebody underneath, spoilers for Cabin in the Woods, the hit early 2010-ish movie.
Yeah, it's been out for a while. If you haven't seen it, sorry.
It's not that great.
But so it's just basically Cabin in the Woods, the VR experience.
Yes.
Ooh, that's fun. So then, like, what are some of the things you could do? Like, because, like, I'm thinking there would be a wonderful balance of being able to control the things in the environment or being able to become something in the environment. So like,
Okay.
so like, what if like the person that's in the control room has access to like animatronics or something like that, and they can take control of certain animatronics in different rooms whenever they want. So it's Five Nights at Freddy's, but the person can jump from robot to robot.
Okay. Here's
Has different abilities. Like
Yes.
each robot moves at different speeds. They have access to different things.
I want this to be a tool set that somebody has, but not the core of the game.
Okay.
What I want this game to be is like, you mentioned Cabin in the Woods. And if I remember correctly, that movie has the whole thing where like it's buck wild. There's like werewolves and vampires and zombies, and it's all because of one cool underground operation.
Yeah.
So I think that the player, whoever is like the room maker, you have all of these tools to use all these different monsters and all these different
Call
like,
them the RM.
the room master.
The room master. Ooh, that's
So
cool.
the room master can control and create their own rooms however they want. They can create their own furniture. They can create their own like stories. They can even like take their own recordings and like letters and leave them around. I want this to have like, do you remember Halo 3? How like back in the day for Halo 3, everybody was always creating their
Are you
own
talking about
maps.
Forge?
I'm talking
Like-
about Forge.
Oh, just like the level of like creation for Forge, but like the storytelling abilities of like those Minecraft stories. Where you
Oh,
leave
the
notes?
Minecraft stories. That's a
Yeah.
much better example. Yeah,
Yeah.
I want this to have like the Minecraft stories level of thing where like people can create their own full escape room story, and then their other friends can play that escape room.
It's just an escape room generator where basically people can like it's like Super Mario Maker where people can just put up their own escape room experiences.
Yes.
Oh, that's super fucking awesome. Oh my god. And then you can do like there are different templates you can do where like you can do one, it's an amusement park themed escape room, or it's like a Oregon cabin escape room thing that each thing has its own unique obstacles or puzzles you can do, or ways of telling its story. Like, because I think that would be cool if we released like official modules, which are like the really like story driven ones, like this is why this game exists, but it has a huge like online, people can make their own stuff.
Yeah, it's like the Beat Saber situation. We make a game and it's an okay game at best. And then we release it online, and everybody online is the one that actually turns it into a game that people want to play.
You shitting on Beat Saber?
No, I'm saying
it's so good.
I'm saying that Beat Saber is an incredible game to play on a computer where you can play whatever songs you want. And when you play it online, it's like, I don't know, here's 14 songs. Go crazy, kid.
I mean, I guess, yeah, they did have a limit. But yes, I get what you're saying. Man, I love Beat Saber, though.
Oh, Beat Saber is incredible. It's one of the coolest games ever. But, like, this whole idea of, like, it is what the community does with the game that makes it so much cooler than the game that we actually created. I want this to have, like, Second Life level of, like, insertability. Now, I'm very cautiously using the word insertability because I understand how horny they are on Second Life. But what I'm saying is I want them to be able to, like, if they can think of it, they should be able to make it and create it and code it into the game.
If you can import your own like 3D models and stuff and like have that be, oh my god, that's such a like a genuinely interesting idea of doing like an online hub where people can just submit escape rooms, because escape rooms are so hot.
And we'll have
right
like
now.
a full matchmaking system so that if anybody wants to queue in as a room master, they can queue in with the rooms that they've done and the rooms that they've built, so that they can bring in 4 random people on the internet to come in and do their haunted house.
Also, I think there should be a local thing where like you have 5 players, right, in one house, in one, you know, your roommates or whatever. You can just go scour the online thing and be like, none of us know anything about this escape room. One of us is going to play the game master and has to figure it out with the people that are trying to escape.
I think that you can only be the room master of a room that you've built.
No, I think people would want to be able to play around with the mechanics of it. Like, it all depends, because like if I think...
Okay, you have the option to share, but I really love the idea of the people that are creating these games queuing in with the maps that they've built, because they know how to, like, they know that if I flicker the light, like if I build a room and I put you in it, I know that if I flicker the lights and turn the TV on at this moment when you're reading a note, it's going to freak you absolutely out. And I have that internal knowledge because I built it. So I want to make sure that, like, creators have the ability to control the game a little bit more.
Here, my main issue with that is if the original creator is not logged in and somebody tries playing one of the creations that they've made,
then you don't get to play it. You can only play the room masters as they play it.
So you can only play it as they host them. So not all. I feel
I know you're a little cautious about this, but think about Twitch streaming, right? Because like if like I'm a Twitch streamer,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, hey guys, come check out my room that I built. I'm gonna be streaming it all day, and then people can come in with me
Ooh, that's such a cool idea.
as I screw with my friends.
Oh, I like this a lot. Well,
Yeah, you weren't into it at first.
I honestly, now that it gives something that I don't think is like really available anymore, is like there's certain windows. Like, when you and I grew up, there was only a window at 4:00 to watch this one episode of a TV series. So it kind of brings back that sort of like, if you're not a part of it now, you're not a part of it. Sorry, And I think that'd be kind of interesting.
And then you get these people that are like crazy famous building haunted houses in this thing, and they're like, oh, I'm only doing this house for this week.
Oh, shit.
This is cool. I want to put a pin in this and continue going.
Okay, I have one for you that's a little bit more comical.
All right.
This one comes from the Reddit, Genuine Sock Puppet. Silent video games. You play them with the audio turned off and a live band in your living room playing along to your actions in the game. So imagine, like how Cuphead had that big band sort of like aesthetic?
Uh-huh.
What if you had that in your living room? That they were reacting to what you do. So depending, like, I'm picturing this as like, actually, no, I know something that's a little better for you. Mr. AJ has been playing a lot of Devil May Cry 5.
Of course.
So now imagine how good you're playing Devil May Cry 5 is how good the music is being played in your room.
Hey, Blake?
Yeah?
That's just how the music in Devil May Cry 5 works.
Yeah, but it's not in the same room as you, duh.
Okay, so do I have to call my friends up and have them come over and play the music for me?
No. This is part of the subscription service, dude. You pay the $15 a month. They'll chill,
Okay.
They'll chill out in your living room collecting dust until, you turn the machine off or some shit. I don't know. But I think it's either this. It's either two ideas come to life for me. It's either you can do it as a gag where it's the band is playing how good you're playing the game, or you create a game where you have to get your friends together and actually play music. It's a platformer, and depending how good your band is playing music, it's how good you're progressing through that
It's
level.
how high you jump.
It's how high you jump. So it's like, it's a rhythm game, or like it's a rhythm platformer.
It's Guitar Band. It's Guitar Band except for the fifth player. And the fifth player is...
Explain.
Okay, so Guitar Hero, sorry.
Okay.
Or Rock Band.
Rock Band, okay.
Rock Band, because that's the one with the drums and the singer.
It's Rock Band reversed.
Okay, so here's what it is. It's Rock Band, and you have the guitarist, the drummer, and the singer, and the bass guitarist. So that's the four, and the singer. So you have the normal four, but then you have a fifth instrument, and that is just a controller. And so what it is that as the people are playing the guitars really good, like they, instead of failing, like you lose the crowd bar on the side of the screen. If they're doing good, your character for the fifth player moves faster and jumps higher and can even double jump.
Oh my god! So it's like there's this one band that AJ and I saw. They opened up for at least my favorite band in the world. It's called Proto Men, but the band that opened for them was Bit Brigade, and their thing is that
I'm so glad you brought up Bit Brigade because dead ass Blake in the comments for this thing they brought up Bit Brigade.
Oh shit! No way.
Yeah.
Oh.
They brought up Bit Brigade on the Reddit for this.
Oh, fuck
thing.
yeah. So Bit Brigade, basically, they play famous soundtracks from games like Mega Man 2, Zelda, Metroid, and the cool thing is they have their drummer has to speed run through the game, and as he speed runs through the game, they change the song that they're
is it
playing.
the drummer that's doing it the whole time?
It's their backup drummer, because the thing they do is, like, if the drummer can beat the game before their set has finished, he takes over the drums for the person that's sitting in.
That's so cool. Yes, I want that idea. The idea that there's the four band players and the speedrunner, but it's a teamwork thing. So the music has to be doing good so that the speedrunner can do the games good.
Okay, and what if you do this thing where there's, like, a mixing thing sort of involved? So, like, depending on what instrument is more prominent is what weapon they're using. So, like, if you want to use the proto cannon or whatever on their arm, or like a certain like element power, the guitar needs to be way more amped.
Hey, bass guitar, you're doing too good. I don't want to use this anymore. Could you just like stop playing for a second,
no, but
please?
he has to like maybe lower it or something, or I don't know. Like maybe they.
Jerry, shut up! Stop singing. Jerry, I'm done.
I feel like you could have a fun shouting match with your friends, though. It's like, no.
Okay, so then that has the Space Team. Space Team, did you ever play that?
No, no, I do know Space Team. That's such a good game.
Okay, so it's like it's like Rock Band and a speedrunning game and Space Team all had a baby together.
Oh my god, that sounds like so much
So everybody has to do good so that the speedrunner can go fast. But then the speedrunner has to give commands out to who he wants to start bombing it so that he can do better and use the tool that he wants to use.
Okay. Maybe instead of doing the bombing thing, like Guitar Hero had that really cool thing where you went into solo mode.
Yeah.
You tell the person that you need, hey, trigger your solo right now. I need you. So like the drummer will have to hit a certain button or the guitarist will have to hit. No, because
I like the silliness of telling somebody that they have to start sucking at the video game now. Hey, thank you so much for everything you're doing. I don't like it, actually.
So, okay,
I think
how do you make that fun for the person playing the instrument?
It's not.
Okay.
But it doesn't need to be. It only needs to be fun for the person that's actually playing the video game. The rest of them are just playing the music for the video game, and it doesn't matter.
No, they need to. It has to be like there has to be like 4 windows on the monitor that are showing like the Guitar Hero like notes things coming down that they need to be hitting those notes. But the center of the screen is going to be the platformer.
Yes.
And what if you did ports where it was like you can do famous Nintendo like NES games and they got ports to this system. So you can play like Mega Man 2 like this. So there's a rhythm game.
And then the powers are latched up to which instrument is going.
Yeah, and then you could also do like the Zelda thing where like which is also another like item based game.
Yes.
So it's like, hey guitar, you need to start sucking right now so I can use my flute.
Maybe we make this our own game, and then the actual instruments that are doing better, the little character sprite starts using that weapon.
Oh, that'd be so cool. So like, actually, it'd be interesting. We take out the orders of the platformer. So the platformer, this will be fun. So you have everybody playing the instruments. Depending on who's playing the best, the player is forced to use that weapon. So they can be going through a level and they want to be using the cannon, but no, they're stuck using a sword because the guitarist has been playing this game for 5 hours straight and is getting sweet at it. So like I love that. I fucking love that because it's a reactionary game.
Yes. I
because
love that
you
too.
could be in the middle of a boss fight and be like, oh, this weapon's perfect for this fight. Oh, I just got switched to the thing that this guy's immune against.
I would love to
sucks ass.
I would love to use the cool cannon that's attached to the drums, except Dougie, the drummer, blows big chunks.
It's my little 6-year-old brother that my mom told me he had to play with us.
Dougie, jump better.
All right, everybody suck a little bit so he can just give me the weapon we need. I think that's so much fun because it gives people incentive to be good, and it also gives
incentive to bully your friends, which is maybe my favorite part about this game.
Oh God, what do you call it? Because it has to be something kind of spiteful.
Well, let's put
mean.
it. I want to come back. This
one's really
nug.
fun.
This is the nug. Let's go ahead and do some other jokes before we come back to this one.
Okay.
I've got one from the Reddit also. JT the 2, I guess reshared it onto the Reddit. It is titled J.K. Stalin, Harry Potter, and the Economic Problems of the Socialism in the USSR.
So it's just one of those, like, you ever play those kind of shitty Harry Potter games for like the PS2?
Oh yeah, of course.
It's just that, but like riddled with communism.
I think it's that, except it's riddled with history lessons.
Oh, it's like Mario. Is it like Luigi saves Mario? You remember that history?
Yes.
Actually, was it Mario saves Luigi or Luigi?
I think it was one of those Mario brothers saving the other Mario brother.
And it was just a shitty little historical find-em lesson?
Yeah, it was an edutainment game. So here's what I'm saying. J.K. Stalin, Harry Potter, and the Economic Problems of the Socialism in the USSR is an edutainment game where we seek to educate our gamers on, of course, the economic problems of socialism in the USSR. And we teach them everything that good old Joseph Stalin. You know what? This is a shitty idea.
This is a terrible idea because here. How about I pitch you on this? Let's put our minds in communist Russia in the 1960s, 1970s. So right, primo Red Scare. So we need to make a game for the Russian populace.
We're gonna get yelled at on the internet for your shitty Russian accent for the record.
I am so sorry. I love Russians. Stop it.
Okay, I'm sorry. Continue.
So we need to make an edutainment game that just talks about the lovely, totally not bad things of communism. So we have to play. So it's it's a shop management game. Where all of your money isn't yours.
Okay, I got a better idea. We're gonna turn upside down this one. I propose to you that this is actually the secret Lost Harry Potter book, and this is about Harry Potter going and defeating Joseph Stalin.
Okay. Is this before or after the final book?
It's after the last book.
Okay.
And they go back in time to communist Russia or socialist Russia. I don't know much about history. We're very dumb on this podcast.
It's Stalin. Stalin was
so
kind
we
of
go
bad.
to Stalin's Russia as Ron, Harry, and Hermione. Thank you. And they just kill Stalin, I think.
Okay, but what's the gameplay? Because this sounds like a story more than a gameplay.
Oh, this is just straight up like input to input a copy of the bad PlayStation 2 Harry Potter games.
Oh, so you're just learning like fun little spells along the way as you're gonna like Expelliarmus the Joseph Stalin.
And there's of course Quidditch sports, and you can play Quidditch against the Russians.
Oh, that'd be fun.
And I think that maybe we introduce a morality system, and the morality system is exclusively.
Is it like
Avada Kedavra or no Avada Kedavra? There's a button on the controller that is just the cursed spell, and that's the only morality system in the whole game.
Hold on, I have a weird thing. Do you remember? I love the Hitman games. Do you remember Hitman Double Agent?
Vaguely, yes.
They had this morality system where you actually were you are posing as a felon, part of this gang thing, and you're infiltrating it for your secret organization.
Okay.
Or sorry, this is Splinter Cell Double Agent, not Hitman Double Agent.
Oh, Splinter Cell Double Agent.
Yeah,
I know this one.
I'm an
Yeah.
idiot. But basically, you can go the whole game actually leaning towards the evil side, and the endings will change. Or you can lean towards staying true to your organization or whatever. So what if you did that where Harry has to bide the line of becoming communist wizard versus staying good boy?
Okay, I think there are two morality systems. There's the actual narrative morality system, where it is the deep plot of, I don't know, are you going to side with Joseph Stalin? Or are you going to not side with Joseph Stalin?
This game is
and
real.
there is, of course, the morality system of you have the kill button, and every time you press the kill button, your morality goes into Avada Kedavra.
I need to state this. This is a dangerous game to be making. There's so many holes, and especially you and I are not fluent at all in this era of history.
All right.
So I think we should stop talking about it.
Okay. We'll go back to basics. We'll ditch all the morality system. It's just about Harry Potter killing Joseph Stalin.
Okay.
And I think we're in the fine and clear there.
Instead, how about I give you a new game? This is for a board game.
Okay.
Now, this comes from Whoopshit on the Reddit. Monopolygamy. It's
Monopolygamy?
Is that how you say it?
Yes, that's how you say it.
Okay, so it's polygamy, but with Monopoly. So I'm picturing it okay. Actually, what do you comes to mind for you?
What comes to mind is the fact that we went from one game where we were debating the right and wrong of siding with Joseph Stalin and decided that's too much. And so now you've proposed a video game to me that is just ripe for making fun of people that subscribe to polygamy. And I feel as though you've trapped me into a horrible curse. You've tricked me. And now we're in this horrible Cold War-esque thing between you and I, where which one of us says a mean thing first.
Okay, I got a little pitch here.
You have another one?
I know. I have an idea for monopolygamy. So basically, it's Monopoly,
but with waifus, and you get lots and lots of them.
But anytime you make income, you have to split it with as many waifus as you have, and they can make investments against you or for you or with you. So you can have your waifus, and they'll be out on a limb, I want to invest in this company that's gonna go under next turn, and you just lose the $100 you just made.
But you have more wives.
But you have more wives. So, but the goal is you need to get to. So it's either you win Monopoly regularly,
or which has never been done ever,
or you get to 10 waifus. But the more waifus you have, the less money you make. So you can't. So it becomes harder to get waifus as you get waifus.
I like this.
I'm not saying you buy the waifus, but it's it's harder to survive by paying other people's rent if you have that many waifus.
No, I totally understand. It's tough supporting that much love.
What? waifus. It's just like little.
Come on, I believe in you. You can get the joke out. Come on.
It's just little statues of your waifu that you put on the Monopoly board as you get them.
You have to use your own anime figurines that you already own in your own home as the pieces for the game.
Hey, AJ, I didn't bring any of my waifus. Can I borrow some of yours?
No,
for
you
this
can't.
game?
The game revolves entirely on your own income of anime waifus. And if I have a bunch and you have none, then I'm going to win, or you better hope you're really good at normal Monopoly. Because I already own 10 anime figurines.
Just sneak into my buddy's room and just take some waifus. Like, hey, this is my waifu. I don't know what series she's from, but
She's pretty.
She's pretty.
I got a video game idea for you. Now, this comes from our near dear friend, Horsegun Inc.
I love that person.
And this, I guess, by extension, comes from Sonic the Hedgehog's official Twitter. This game is presenting the new hit sequel to Sonic Forces, Sonic Horses.
I don't know how this game would work.
It works exactly like Sonic Forces. It's a game where you run fast and you get cool gadgets like grappling hooks, except horses use grappling hooks with their mouth, and they would also use the gun with their mouth. I think you get a gun in Sonic Forces?
Okay. So, Sonic Forces, I actually watched the Game Grumps play the entire game.
Okay.
Weirdly enough, not a bad game.
Okay.
It's actually looked very fun. Also, it had Rouge in it. I love Rouge. And basically, after the events, this game follows the immediate events of Sonic Forces to where alien horses invade.
Okay.
So now you need to go to various locations around the globe and stop these horses.
I counter you.
Okay.
You play on the side of the horses.
And you're going up against the Sonic forces?
Yes.
Ooh, that's kind of fun.
Because in Sonic Forces, you were able to make your own OC to fight alongside
So you
Sonic.
need to fight your own OC?
You have to first, yes, you have to transfer the save data from your Sonic Forces gameplay, and then you need to create your own horse to play in Sonic Horses.
I want just as much like costume like design and stuff that you can do with Sonic Forces, because I want to put pants on my horse, and it gives you the option of doing it two different ways. You can put it where it's just the back legs that get pants, or you can do the bottom half of the horse gets pants.
Yes. Hell yeah.
I don't know how this game would work, AJ.
It works just like a normal Sonic game.
Describe a normal Sonic game to me.
You go fast, you can barely see what's on the screen, and you hear a lot of people go, yeah, gotta go fast, except it's all horses saying it.
That was a very poor description of a Sonic game.
Can you describe Sonic better?
Yeah. Sweet 90s music, you're running down streets that are long, and then there's fast turns where you jump and you have to hit enemies that are both flying and on the ground, and there's also these chaos gems that I have no idea what they do. They have multiple things. They turn Sonic into a werewolf. There's Shadow. There's Knuckles, the only character that really matters besides Rouge. Oh, yes, the fucking Shadow has guns.
It is just now in this moment that I'm realizing that having to have the Sonic IP described to somebody is the most buck wild and most video game ass shit I've ever had to sit through.
So there's talking animals. Some of the Sonic Hedgehogs run really fast, while others just are normal ass people.
Now, are they
and
all
others
Sonic
fly.
the Hedgehogs?
Well, like 3 of them are. There's Knuckles, there's Sonic, and then there's Shadow.
And all 3 of those are a Sonic the Hedgehog.
Basically,
Okay,
yeah. And I
so-
guess they run fast, but they also, one of them can fly for some unknown reason. Dude, Sonic's a wild game, and I don't know how the hell it got as popular as it did. It's more buck wild than keeping track of the Final Fantasy series. Like, I don't understand it. But I think we found our nugget. And I want to go back to it.
With Sonic Horses?
No, this game sucks. It's not that the idea was bad, it's just I don't know what to do with it.
Alright, which one was the nugget again?
I want to go back to
the Bit Brigade video game.
Yeah, the Bit Brigade. Okay, so who do we play as, like, because I want this to be super in the vein of Mega Man, because Mega Man has such good music and it's so powered by the music. I think we should create a game that music is a part of it. So like where it's like the main character is powered by music for some reason.
Okay.
So I think he's either a robot or something that is, if music Oh my god. So like it's like if music stops playing, he dies. So he always has to be listening to music. Okay. So now he needs to go defeat the boss that's going to have like the one part that can fix him. So he doesn't have to listen to music all the time. But in the meantime, he realizes that depending on what kind of music he's listening to gives him different powers.
Yeah, and that's what the weapons and instruments from your other people playing the game is. Yeah. Okay, so here's the story. I think that the main character is trying to buy or build a CD player or a cassette player.
A cassette player,
and so each boss has a piece of that cassette player.
Each boss has a different cassette.
He's trying to build a player. His name is Cassette.
Oh my god, that's so cool!
Because I think that's a fun name.
No. I think he should be collecting cassettes that have different songs on it.
Okay.
And different powers, and you know what he does? He puts the cassettes in his chest. So like he presses open the eject button.
When he collects them, they're called tapes, but because his name is Cassette.
Mm-hmm. I think that's so cool.
That's very cool.
We can either call him Cassette or Vine. I know Cassette's a little bit more actiony. I like that. I want to discuss, because we don't have a whole lot of time, I want to discuss what's the first level like. What is, like, we know the game is that he's trying to collect all these cassettes so he can... we don't really know.
I want to propose this idea.
Okay.
What if this game isn't like an action linear side scroller like Mega Man?
Okay.
I want this to be like a Metroidvania game.
Explain.
So Metroidvanias are like the whole idea of like you have to go places, you get new powers, you go back to old spaces, and then you can unlock new zones. Mm-hmm. Something like that. So maybe as you go in and you beat a boss, then you get a new instrument. Mm-hmm. And then...
Oh, dude. Like,
and this gives something... This gives a playability to all of the people that are playing the instruments, right? So if I have... The guitarist, right? The guitarist can either be playing like a normal guitar, a ukulele, or like a sitar. Mm. And so that means that as you fight a boss and you get a new item that would then be used to unlock the other areas, it's like now you have a ukulele. Mm-hmm. And so the ukulele has a soothing ability. And so you go back to the older zones in the game. Mm-hmm. You have your buddy Tom, who's on guitar, switch over to the ukulele. He plays the ukulele really good. If everybody else stopped playing the game...
And it's like the flute sequences from Zelda, where he has to do like a little sequence to open a door.
Yes.
Or like certain enemies are really weak to certain instruments or something like that. So like each instrument, which will be kind of like Rock Band style, like plastic things, has a an item switcher. So, like, the main player will be going around collecting instruments and other things in the environment, and then the people playing can switch between the ones that he collects.
Yes!
Oh, that'd be so
Hell
freaking
yes.
cool. Oh, that'd be so freaking cool. Okay.
This means that it's also a co-op mandatory video game.
Oh, yeah. Oh, incredible. Yeah, it can't be played without, like... Well, you would have...
And I don't care how long your friends have been playing the stupid guitar while you've just been sitting there moving the joystick to the left so you can go back to the old zone. Mm-hmm. Someone needs to be on that guitar going buck wild so you can move faster.
Okay, so the character levels up with, depending on the instruments that he collects for his people, for the people doing the rhythm part of the game. How do they level up? Like, what abilities do they get that allow them to... advance, I think, because the game kind of stays the same for them.
All right, how do we advance Rock Band? Well, shit, if we could figure that out, Rock Band wouldn't have gone out of business, huh? I don't know, Beat Saber, give them all lasers? Shit. Ah, damn.
Okay. I have it. I think it'd be really, really cool if it is a platformer or something where the character moves through the environment, but if the character messes up on their jumps or messes up on certain things, it can throw obstacles at the people playing. So it'd be like if they say they miss a jump, oh no, now this one key doesn't work. They have to like figure it out.
Oh,
so they lose points and they lose ability, so they need to like fight their way back to control.
I like that idea that also then that means that if the player character screws up, it's a bigger issue than if the normal guitarists messed up.
Yeah, because they're rocking support, but if their leader isn't doing too well, the whole game will suffer and it's going to become hell. Okay, I want to talk about the first boss. What does a boss battle look like? Because
the boss battles go in phases, I think. Mm-hmm. I think that, like, because you have a lot of, like, the Metroidvania or, like, platforming bosses will have phases, right? Mm-hmm. Where it's like, oh, the boss will come out and it'll make, like, a bunch of things fall on the ground. So the player has to, like, not have the spikes fall on their head, and then you could jump on the boss's head. But then after that first cycle happens, I think that then the boss takes out an instrument. Mm-hmm. And then you go into
becomes a rock battle.
It becomes like a rock band Guitar Hero battle. Like if he takes out a guitar, whoever's on guitar, if Tommy's on guitar, everyone has to look at Tommy and be like, Tommy, now is your time to shine. You have to smoke this guy in this guitar battle. Otherwise, our gamer has to do the whole boss over again.
I'm gonna throw a weird. I love that. I'm gonna throw a weird thing at you. What if during the boss battles, the people that are doing the rhythm games become the main player's enemy? So the rhythm game people take over the boss, and they work as one to fight the person on the controller. So they're playing support, or you can even do a game, but it kind of destroys the whole point of the game.
Yeah, I don't know if I like this idea.
At least for one level, like maybe one of the players is taken over and has to, like, is mind controlled or whatever underneath one of the bosses. Like maybe the boss has no hands and he has to be like, I need somebody to play instruments for you. And then he looks to the screen, is like, how about you? And then you just see the guitar like change color. Like he's like, oh, if the instruments had like LEDs hooked up to them, you can tell which one's active and which one is
which they will have LEDs attached to them.
So like you can tell which one's like in the lead right now, which one has the most points, or if like it turns out, oh no, the guitar's busted, we're losing the guitar solo for this, or like just something where
I love the idea of a boss being able to disrupt the instrument players.
Yeah.
I don't like the idea of the boss taking over and making the instrument players fight against the rest of them.
I think that's
I don't want a band traitor.
I mean, like, because if he's forced to do it, I think it would be interesting.
We can look into it.
Like,
we might find a way to have a boss do that.
For one boss, I think it'd be... Okay, actually, how about this? For one boss, the entire band is taken away. So it's just for
it's just the player.
It's just the player
cool.
versus the band for one boss. So that could be like maybe the second to last boss. Because I want like...
You want to flip it on its head.
I want Shovel Knight levels of variety for the bosses.
Okay.
I think that's a game. I think that's a really cool game.
I think this is a really cool game, this cooperative band platformer.
Oh my god, I love the idea of that.
5-player band platformer.
Okay. What do we want to have the ability to upload songs, like people's own music to it?
Yes, you can have custom levels. Mm-hmm. You can have custom levels where people can release custom like audio tracks and custom game level creation. Mm-hmm. Looks like Mega Man?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Now, does it look like Mega Man X or like Mega Man? I like the detail that we could give with a game that looks like Mega Man X.
But I think it will be... I think if you keep it simple and like everything's really like flows really nicely, and oh my god...
We'll split the difference. Castlevania.
Okay, yeah, perfect. No, dude, that's a badass game.
Okay, we need to think about a name for this game.
I have a fun dad joke that I've been trying to get my friend group to get on.
Okay, what's your cool dad?
AJ knows this one. He told me never to say it again.
I don't know if I do know this one. I say so many jokes, you can't expect me to remember them all.
Rock and roll casserole. Like that's when we're leaving a build. AJ's giving me a look.
Is it a food-themed game now?
No, but like I think it's a funny joke. Like, let's rock and roll Oh, I snapped. Let's rock and roll casserole.
All
right.
I want to propose this record scratch.
No. I think it's not action enough. I'm thinking like like the opening of Scott Pilgrim where Kim Pine's like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
I want like 1, 2, 3, 4 title of the game.
I think 1, 2, 3, 4 is too much for the first half of the title of a video game.
See, but I feel like the longer we make the name, like the funnier it is. Because to me, it was like our last one, which was the final car dealership simulator, and just like parentheses. It's just like, oh god, that's so funny.
Oh, I know what we'll do.
What?
We'll just take the two influences and mash those together. Rock Band, Mega Man. Rock Band Man. Rock Band Man.
How about Rockman? Because that's the name of...
Shit, that one's taken.
That's the name of Mega Man in Japan.
Japan will sue us. The whole of the country will knock on our doors.
Vertical Blues.
Vertical Blues.
Yeah.
That's just a cool name.
That's the cool part.
I was thinking I was going to be able to make funny jokes, and you just blew me away. Vertical Blues.
Vertical Blues, a rhythm platformer.
No, we don't need to add the last part.
Bullshit, dude.
I type these up.
Hey.
I upload them. I'm not putting a whole fucking paragraph in there. I'm just calling it Vertical Blues, and you can't do anything to stop me.
Well, too bad I have the login info for Pinecast. Because how do you think I put the parentheses on the last episode?
Stop fucking with things.
Hey, AJ, I don't know if you noticed, but guess what? We jumped in 15 views when I put the parentheses on the last episode.
I don't think that has anything to do with it.
It totally has everything to do with it. Names are everything. Searchability, motherfucker.
How does adding parentheses make it easier?
We're calling it rhythm. We're calling it vertical fuck. We're calling it
vertical. We're calling it vertical fuck. End of the podcast. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Patch Notes. Sorry, Blake and I got a little bit heated there in the end of it. We'll figure out who won this argument when the upload happens. I hope you all enjoyed the podcast. I told myself I was going to write everything that I wanted to have down, and I fucked up, and I didn't do that. What's so funny?
Just listening to you. Like, immediately shifting gears from just, fuck you, fuck you. Hello and welcome to Patch Notes, where we talk about all our grateful thank yous to all the people who submitted this week.
We wanted to say, yes, of course. We wanted to say thank you to everybody that submitted this week. Thank you for submitting to us on Twitter at SpiritualSuck. And thank you for submitting on the original Cool Games Inc. Reddit page. Your submissions mean a lot to us. And if you guys would be willing to give us a like and rating on iTunes or Google Play or Spotify or wherever you listen to us, that would be amazing. Wanted to say really quick thank you to Anna Monoguchi for not suing the dicks off of us for using their song
Cheap Shop.
An incredible song from an incredible soundtrack from an incredible game. I'm your host, AJ Hart.
And I'm your other host, Blake Ray. This is now an ASMR podcast, and we want to see you guys next week. This is Spirits of Successor, where we make cool games that should not be made. I stole that line from AJ. Hey, bye, everybody.
Hey, what the fuck? What am I supposed to do now?